Welcome to another show. Artificial intelligence. What do you know about it? Me, I've realized that I know very little. And so I've been spending lots of time trying to bring myself up to speed because this technology is going to change every aspect of our lives, every single one. And I'm not just saying that to pontificate. I'm not exaggerating. I mean exactly what I say, as in it's going to change every aspect of our life. Your children's life. It's going to affect their schooling. It's going to affect your job. It's going to affect governments. Everything. Everything will be changed because of this technology. And so it's very, very important that you bring yourself up to speed on this technology as much as you can. Study it as much as you can. I mean, for the meantime, you can use it to make some money, and that's the truth. So there is some financial incentive to learn about this technology in the short term. However, in the long term, if we do not get this technology under control, and I mean use a level of discernment, be responsible in how we develop this technology, it's gonna destroy humanity. It has that capability if we don't get it in check. And the funny thing is, when you go on the internet and you do a lot of research about AI, you'll come across some of the pioneers, the individuals who are directly involved with the creating of this technology. And all you hear is sirens, danger, 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 abort. We've gone too far. And you'd be like, what are you talking about, gone too far? I thought it's just Chat GPT. I thought it's just image generators. They look all fun. They make out all kinds of cool images. You can have an AI write your college paper. I'm a real estate broker. I use it in my own business right now in various ways. It's quite an impressive technology. But from what I can see, they are selling it to you that way in the shadows of this technology, in the back rooms where they're developing this stuff. They know. They know. You hear Elon Musk, you'll hear various individuals, and I have some clips we're going to play, and you'll hear these individuals. They are in the know. They know the potential. They know the dangers of AI if they don't get it under control and we don't learn to have more respect for this technology. And I say this because you see how the society is right now. They are corrupt, immoral, unethical. So with a technology like this, there is going to be some nefarious actors out there looking to use this technology in a very bad way. This is why it is so crucial that society be aware of it, governments regulate this technology, and those individuals who are directly involved with creating it respect what they're doing. I'm talking respect with the utmost, because if they don't, they are going to unleash something on humanity that will, if not destroy it, can do things to mankind that are incomprehensible. And I'm not talking good. I'm talking bad, as in Matrix level stuff. And you're going to see it in your lifetime. You already see Elon putting chips in people's brains. And you think like, what are you talking about, bro? Put all the pieces together. Microchips in people's brains, being able to plug into the matrix. Then you have an AI. Then you have robotics. Start looking at what's being created. It's happening right in front of your face. And it is so, so serious. I'm not trying to cause fear, really. It's just what it is. It's the truth. So you need to become aware of what this technology is and the implications it has on society. Study as much as you can, because every month, every year from here on out, it is going to change some aspect of our life indefinitely. Indefinitely. And another thing is, many of you within the next 2 to 3 years, maybe it's already even happened, are going to lose your job to an artificial intelligence, to an AI. And if you study and you see what the people in the know are saying, they will validate that statement 100%. So prepare yourself. This is not a joke. This is very, very serious, and it's going to come down on you very fast. I'm not talking 10 years from now. I'm talking 2 to 3 years from now. Within 10 years, who knows? We may not even be on this planet because it's done wiped us out if we don't get it under control. That's how serious this is. And that's the potential danger that AI poses to mankind. Real talk. So I'm going to play some clips for you. Just listen to them and listen to the message. This is more important. Listen to what they're saying. These people are very aware of what they're saying and they know about this technology. And because they're on the inside, what they say has way more weight than what I say because they know, because they're directly involved with creating it and they know what the other people are doing when they're creating this and they know its potential. And they don't even know its full potential, but they have an idea, a really good idea of where this is going. And they're sounding the alarm for our own good. So take heed.
Ever since the start of the Industrial Revolution, there have been fears of mass unemployment as machines replaced humans. Instead, the demand for goods and services has risen in line with the increased capabilities. Whether this can continue indefinitely is an open question, but there is a greater danger from artificial intelligence if we allow it to become self-designing, for then it can improve itself rapidly, and we may lose control.
And the idea that we always had three boundaries, if you want, for AI. We said, don't put them on the open internet until you solve the control problem. Don't teach them to code, because that makes them self-developing. And don't have other AIs prompting them, other agents working with them. And we've crossed all three lines.
Okay. That first clip was Dr. Stephen Hawkins. And I believe that clip was 2017. It was one of the last interviews he gave with Piers Morgan. But you heard what he said. If we don't get them under control, then they have the ability to become self-deciding, self-learning. And at that point, if they get to that point without the necessary controls and discernment, what does that leave us? It leaves us with a giant problem. And these people know, once again, that thing was made, that interview was given in 2017. That's 8 years ago. We weren't even really using ChatGPT or any of these image generators at that time. The technology was being developed. It was there, but it was in the shadows. It wasn't out there for the common man to use. Now it's been unleashed on us. And so they were very aware then. And I'm sure way before that date, they are very aware of the implications and the dangers around this technology. And it seems like they're just pushing forward without any discernment. Very little responsibility. They just want to go, create AI as fast as they can, and they're not slowing down to really pay attention to what they are doing. And if they don't, it's going to bite us. And that second guy was Mo Gaudat. He was an ex-Google CEO, in the club, in the know, has been there since the beginning, developing these technologies. And like he said, they had three things that they stressed: boundaries, lines, red lines they wouldn't cross. One, they would not put them on the open internet until they fixed the control problem, right? Don't put this out for the common guy to use until you really start to really understand what the technology is doing. They crossed that line. Fast is fast. Second, do not teach it to code, because that way it can program itself. It's self-learning, self-developing if you teach it to code. Cross that line already done. Third, don't let other AIs interact with other AIs. They're teaching each other. Don't do that. Cross that line already. 3 red lines. They crossed them before we even knew what they even had boundaries that they were trying to create for these technologies, and they've crossed them all, like he said. That's crazy to hear that statement from a gentleman like that who knows about this technology, and we've already crossed those boundaries. We've already crossed those like no-fly zones. Don't go there. But they've already went there. So what does that even mean? I don't know about you, but that sounds a little concerning to me. It really does. Let's watch a few more clips.
I think AI will probably, most likely, sort of lead to the end of the world, but in the meantime, there will be great companies created with serious machine learning.
But I now think we are very much building a tool.
The most important thing to understand about AI is that AI is not a tool. It is an agent. It's the first technology in history that can make decisions and invent new ideas by itself. Even something as powerful as the atom bomb could not decide anything by itself.
Model 01 is really able to process and make decisions in a more human-like way. At Cognition AI, we're building Devin, the first fully autonomous software agent.
We are on the verge of destroying ourselves.
Okay, that last clip was Sam Altman and OpenAI. You can Google him, you can check him out. And you heard the first little clip when he said, oh yeah, I think most likely, in a very joking way, being facetious, but the funny thing is, it's a little Freudian slip of the tongue. He said, what did he say? Oh, I think in the long run, AI will destroy humanity. And he kind of laughed it off. That's not funny, because that's a Freudian slip, because he knows. That man is directly involved with some of the most sophisticated, what they call large language models, AI, there is. He knows, he's been there, he's been developing these technologies. And when he says something like that, you need to listen. It's not really funny. That man, he's cracking jokes, but it's not a joke, because they know the severity and the dangers behind this technology, and he's saying it. He's saying it. And if you really if you begin to follow the development of this technology, many of people sound like that. They feel the exact same way. It has the capability to destroy humanity. And not in no 20-year time frame. We're talking very, very soon if we don't get it under control. The other one you saw, and the reason I had it on there, was Cognition AI. So I go back to that other clip with Mo Gaudat, the ex-Google CEO, when he said they crossed all three lines. That Cognition AI clip of that gentleman, that is as Devin. They're developing a fully autonomous software agent. An AI that can code, basically. Like, it can develop itself. You could be doing something, employ this technology, employ this AI, and it can help you develop an app, a website, some other platform through code. So like he was saying, they had some lines they didn't cross. That's an example of what they're already doing. So what he says is the truth. They've already gone way further than they probably should have. And they think it's impressive. It is impressive, actually. But do they know what they're doing? Do they really know how these machines are thinking or how they're learning? They don't have the full answers, and they really don't. They're just going full steam ahead and not even taking a time to take a breath. They're just going as fast as they can, because they're making a bunch of money, and all the new investment, all the capital flows are going into artificial intelligence. Many companies are cutting down, looking to invest money not new workers, not new machinery, but to invest in AI. This stuff is being unleashed, ladies and gentlemen, and you need to come up to speed, because if you do not, it's going to blindside you. And I'm not sure, I don't even know what the real implications are, but I can tell you, at the pace that it's going, we're in for a surprise for real.
If AI had taken control, how easy would it be to remove us by reversing bioresearch?
It could easily wipe us out by engineering dangerous pathogens.
AI is already being used to accelerate drug discovery. This same ability could be applied to designing pathogens that are highly lethal, transmissible, and resistant to known treatments. It could use drones, food or water supply contamination, or even aerosol methods to ensure wide and rapid dissemination.
If AI can't yet control labs, could it hire people or help bad actors to create pathogens?
That last clip you just saw was basically ChatGPT with an avatar talking to you and you asking it questions about basically pathogens, right? Like we just dealt with COVID, and I'm not sure what you believe about COVID. Let's not get into the weeds, but for the most part, even acknowledged by all governments of the world, mainstream news, that for the most part, there's a very, very big possibility that this virus was not organic. It didn't come from nature. It was produced in a lab. And That's mainstream. That's not just conspiracy theory. That's been acknowledged, that the possibility, the highly likely that this thing was man-made and escaped or was released from a biolab. That is the truth. So when this thing is talking about, oh, what could you create some type of deadly pathogen? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, you can Google this. Go on YouTube and put in AI creates 40,000 dangerous pathogens, something like that. And there'll be a bunch of information that pops up. They've already done it. They've already asked an AI to take certain compounds, rearrange them, not for good, but to have a negative effect, as in a deadly pathogen. It's already been done. So when my boy's talking about they've crossed lines, man, you have no idea already what they're using these for. And it's not good. The level of irresponsibility is off the charts. And if you really do your research, you're going to see that these guys are messing with fire. They have very little respect for what they're doing. They really don't. All they do is want their money. They're enamored by their technology. They're just in grandiose thinking, but they're not, in my opinion, they're not really taking the time to close their eyes, meditate on what they're doing. Because before you know it, if they don't pump the brakes to this, I don't know, folks, we may be in some serious, serious shit. I mean it. And it's making me, it's not fear, it's discernment. It's like, okay, we better check ourselves. Governments need to get involved. Academics need to get involved. The people of this country and this planet need to get involved and become aware of what this technology is and what the implications are for their life and how it can affect us in the long run, good or bad. It needs to start having a very, very serious conversation. Otherwise, because there's no putting it back in the box, it's already here and they're never going to stop. So instead of just ignoring it and thinking it's just some type of little cute video game and it's just benign, that's not the case. We need to take it very, very serious. Press our government, talk about this with your families and say, hey, what do you think about AI? What's up with this? Whoop-de-whoop. Have the conversation. Don't ignore this because it's coming and it's coming fast and it's going to affect you. There's no debating that. And if you think it's not, okay, think what you want. You're entitled to that. But I'm here to tell you, no, this brother told you it is going to affect you. And I'm talking soon. And like I said earlier, the first thing that it's going to do is replace some of the very mundane and basic jobs that it has, that we have, that we do, humans do, very soon. Very, very soon. Not 10 years from now, if not months or years from now, you're going to start to see this stuff. Companies are going to get rid of you and replace you with an AI. It doesn't have to sleep. It doesn't have to pay taxes. It doesn't have to eat. It doesn't get sick. It can work 24 hours a day, contingent it has a power supply. Let this run through your mind. This is crazy. Anyways, AI, know about it, learn about it. I appreciate you watching the show. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You know what it is. It helps the channel grow. And hopefully I'll see you at the next show if AI doesn't already have taken this planet over by then. Whew, know about it. AI. Life with Lee Allen.
I try to convince people to slow down AI, to regulate AI. This was futile. I tried for years.
This seems
Nobody
like a scene
listened.
in a movie
Nobody
where
listened.
the robots are gonna fucking take over and you're freaking me out. Nobody listened.
Nobody listened.
No one. Are people more inclined to listen today? It seems like an issue that's brought up more often over the last few years than it was maybe 5-10 years ago. It seemed like science fiction.
Maybe they will. So far they haven't.